Hello again. Happy Tuesday. Let's start with a quick look across the country. Up north, it's still very much a frozen tundra. Fargo, North Dakota, once again in the 20s, 23 degrees. Bangor, Maine, once again in the 20s, 26 degrees. Minneapolis is at 37 degrees, while us in the south have been living it up with the spring-like weather across West Texas. The Concho Valley still some places in the lower 70s. Junction, our warmest spot at 73 degrees, 68 in San Angelo, and then 67 up in Abilene. Tonight is going to be another night where we see that increased cloud cover that's going to help keep us out of freezing levels. So overnight lows you can expect in the big country to mainly be in the lower 40s, between 41 to 43, and then in the Concho Valley more of the upper 30s. Looking at 37 in Sonora, and then 39 seems to be the trend across the rest of the I-10 corridor. As I mentioned yesterday, the forecast has not really changed much since yesterday. We're going to see a warming trend going into the weekend, by the weekend reaching the 80s before our next weather maker comes this weekend, bringing some possible isolated rain chances and a decrease in temperatures. But for now, we're going to be seeing plenty of sunshine and highs in the upper 70s to lower 80s for the rest of the work week. And I also mentioned this last night, but today is officially now the first day of meteorological spring. The big point I want to just bring with this is that now is the time where it starts to feel more like spring, as opposed to March 20th, astronomical spring, when the sun aligns with the Earth's equator to give us that equal day of sunlight and nighttime. But the forecast for the month from the Climate Prediction Center is showing above average temperatures by about a 40% confidence in above average temperature. And for reference, the average temperature for the month of March here in San Angelo is around 59 degrees, and then the average high is around 73 degrees. And then we're looking at about a 40 to 30% chance of below average precipitation, when our average precipitation total in March is just under 1.5 inches. So if we're going off of the week ahead, their forecast seems to be holding true for now. We are looking at those above average temperatures and below average precipitation, but severe weather season is right around the corner, so that could be changing. But just to recap all of this with the 7-day, we're going to see partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies going for the rest of the week into the weekend before, like I mentioned earlier, that next weather maker comes in, gradually decreasing temperatures. By this time next week, we could be back in the lower 60s with some isolated rain chances. I believe getting even colder by this time next week, down to the mid 50s. So that's definitely something we'll be keeping an eye on. But for now, happy meteorological spring. Back to you, Tim.